Great, we have the foghorn in the background, and we have Doug Kellner in front. Doug, your work derives mainly from the Frankfurt School, or at least it comes out of that tradition. What elements of their thinking do you find exciting and useful today?
Well, the Frankfurt School was really the first group of theorists that discovered the importance of mass culture and mass communications. That in the U.S. and the advanced capitalist countries, but also the communist world and fascist Germany that they were refugees from, mass culture is becoming an important form of social integration. That things like films and comic books and broadcasting were vehicles of ideology. And in their classic study of the culture industries and dialectic of enlightenment, Adorno and Horkheimer were the first to show that social theory, to conceptualize how society works, needs to have a theory of mass culture and mass communications. Moreover, that this has political ramifications. They were concerned with the integration of the working class in advanced capitalist societies, and how it was that the proletariat, which was supposed to be the revolutionary, most progressive force in society in the classical Marxist theory, had been integrated into a conservative social force, and mass culture was one of the explanations for that, that people were deceived, indoctrinated, mystified by mass culture, that mass culture was a form of ideology that served the interests of the ruling class and was thus a new mode of social control. So that was the starting point for my work in popular culture. And I still think today that they're right, that mass culture is an important component of contemporary capitalist societies, that to understand the organization of our societies, we need to understand the role of mass culture and mass communication. Where I came to disagree with them, and I think I was influenced here by the British cultural studies tradition, was this notion that mass culture was a monolithic form of domination and ideology, that it was a one-dimensional form in which it was totally a vehicle for conservative ideology. Following the approach of the cultural studies tradition that was influenced by the Italian theorist Antonio Gramsci, they developed a hegemony force, a hegemony model of popular culture, that each society is a sort of matrix of conflicting groups and forces and subcultures, that the ruling class, for instance, is divided into class sectors. Sometimes a conservative sector, sometimes a liberal sector becomes the hegemonic, the dominant force in the society, but it is always battling opposing forces, that there are new social movements, that there are oppositional groups, there's individuals fighting for a counter-hegemony, be it socialists or feminists or black or brown liberationists, that society is a matrix of struggle. And in this way, I moved to the position that popular culture itself is a contested terrain, that the different groups who are fighting for dominance in society have ideologies. Their ideologies are articulated in popular culture, and so in the United States, for instance, you have liberals producing liberal texts in popular culture, conservatives producing conservative ones, right-wingers producing ultra-right texts, feminists, socialists, different groups are producing texts that reflect, that reproduce their ideology.